हेलो गाइस, वेलकम टू आई ट्यूटर। आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे अबाउट द हाइपोथेसिस. इट्स अ टॉपिक अंडर रिसर्च एप्टीट्यूड. सो वी विल सी व्हाट इज हाइपोथेसिस and its characteristics. And in the last video we just mentioned about hypothesis and its related variables also. And today we will see about the questionnaires related to research also. It's very important topic, and hope you go through the last videos. And if any doubts, you can put it on a comment box. I will definitely reply you. Okay, so let's start today's session. And what is hypothesis, and discuss the characteristics of a hypothesis. So first of all, what is hypothesis? The hypothesis may be defined as a proposition or a set of propositions set forth as an explanation for the occurrence of some specified group of phenomena, either asserted merely as a provisional conjecture or to guide some investigation in the light of the facts. Okay, so words given by Kothari in 1988. The hypothesis, what is simply hypothesis? Hypothesis, if you select your one topic, you are just imagine maybe it's यही होगा, it's a result of this topic. Okay, your imagination, that's about, and the explanation, that is hypothesis. Okay. And a research hypothesis is quite often a predictive statement, right? That is, we are predicting something, we are imagining something, maybe it's hoga, and we are then started our research depending on that hypothesis. Then it will be easy, right? हमारा एक थॉट होगा, राइट, ये हम मे बी फाइंड आउट करेगा, यही होगा इसका रिजल्ट, उसके हिसाब से हम स्टार्ट करते हैं रिसर्च. दैट इज हाइपोथेसिस विच इज़ कैपेबल ऑफ बीइंग टेस्टेड यूजिंग साइंटिफिक मेथड दैट इन्वॉल्व एन independent and some dependent variables. We already saw what is independent and dependent variables in last videos, so please go through that last video. And not only in scientific method, in our subject we are using their own methods, right? Maybe archaeological works about in art subjects. So in science subjects we are using scientific experiments for prove that hypothesis is correct, or maybe sometime it will be vary, the result is some other result, but it is a basic of hypothesis, basic of research. It's a hypothesis is the basics of research, we can say that. Okay, and characteristics of hypothesis. A hypothesis must be precise and clear. Okay, हमेशा एक clear भी होना चाहिए, precise भी होना चाहिए. If it is not precise and clear, then the inference drawn on its basis would not be reliable, right? Maybe इसमें variation हो सकता है. Inference means the result. A hypothesis must be capable of being put to test quite often. The research programs fail to owe to its incapability of being subject to testing for validity. Therefore, some prior study may be conducted by the researcher to make a hypothesis testable. A hypothesis is tested if other deduction can be made from it, which in turn can be confirmed or disproved by observation. Okay. And a hypothesis must state the relationship between two variables. In the case of rational hypothesis, and a hypothesis must be specific and limited in scope. This is because a simpler hypothesis generally would be easier to test for the researcher. Of course, हमेशा हम क्या करते हैं, सबसे simple hypothesis we will find out, because it's easy for us to find the result, find the research in the process of the research, and therefore he or she must be formulated such a hypothesis. Very simple होगा, right? And it's precise होगा as far as possible. A hypothesis must be stated in the simplest language also simple, to make it understood by all concerned. However, it should be noted that the simplicity of a hypothesis is not related to its significance, right? And a hypothesis must be consistent and derived from most known facts. हमेशा एक नॉन फैक्ट से हम डिराइव करते हैं, बिकॉज वी डोंट नो व्हाट्स द रिजल्ट ऑफ दैट रिसर्च टॉपिक इज़ हमेशा क्या होता है अभी तक फाइंड आउट नहीं किया, न्यू चीज़ को हम फाइंड आउट करते हैं, दैट्स रिसर्च. सो इट्स मे बी नॉन फैक्ट होगा हमारा हाइपोथेसिस. इन अदर वर्ड्स इट शुड बी कंसिस्टेंट with a substantial body of facts, that is must be in the form of a statement which is most likely to occur. A hypothesis must be amenable to testing within a stipulated or reasonable period. No matter how excellent a hypothesis, a researcher should not use it if it cannot be tested within the given period, as no one can afford to spend a lifetime on collecting data to test it, right? So एक period होता है research का. We can of course a research can go through a lifetime, right? But we need to shorten the research within this period. So hypothesis also depending on the time period, and hypothesis should state the facts that give rise to the necessity of looking for an explanation. This is to say that by using the hypothesis and other known and accepted generalizations, a researcher must be able to derive the original problem condition. Therefore, a hypothesis should explain what it wants to explain, and for this it should also have an empirical reference. And what are the things should be kept in mind while drafting a questionnaire? It's very important drafting a questionnaire in the research. A questionnaire is widely used for data collection in social research. It is a reasonably fair tool for gathering data from large, diverse, varied, and scattered social groups. The questionnaire is the media of communication between the investigator and the respondent. Of course, that is one of the method in the research is the data collection through a questionnaire. However, in this connection, the following general point may be borne in mind. One is size of the questionnaire should be small. एक क्वेश्चनेयर हम तैयार करने के टाइम में स्मॉल होना चाहिए. ऑफ कोर्स वी कांट टेक लॉन्ग टाइम फॉर द दिस डेटा कलेक्शन. ए रिसर्चर शुड ट्राई हिज बेस्ट टू कीप द नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चन as small as possible, keeping in view the nature, objective, and scope of the inquiry. Respondents' time should not be wasted by asking irrelevant and unimportant questions. So first of all, be careful about that. A large number of questions would involve more work for the investigator and thus result in a delay on his part in collecting and submitting the information. A large number of unnecessary questions may annoy the respondent and he may refuse to cooperate. A reasonable questionnaire should contain from 15 to 25 questions at large. If a still large number of questions are a must in any inquiry, then the questionnaire should be divided into various sections or parts. All right. The question should be clear. क्वेश्चन क्लियर होना चाहिए. द क्वेश्चन शुड बी ईजी, ब्रीफ, unambiguous and non-offending, courteous in tone and corroborative in nature and to the point, so that much scope of guessing is left on the part of the respondents. So हमेशा एक क्वेश्चन हमेशा क्लियर होना चाहिए, then only they can respond according to that. The question should be arranged in a logical sequence. एक लॉजिक होना चाहिए, अदरवाइज पहले एक क्वेश्चन पूछा द एंड में एक क्वेश्चन पूछे. सो एक लॉजिकल सीक्वेंस में होना चाहिए हमेशा अरेंजमेंट्स ऑफ द क्वेश्चन. लॉजिकल अरेंजमेंट्स ऑफ क्वेश्चन reduce a lot of unnecessary work on the part of this researcher, because it not only facilitate the tabulation work but also does not leave any chance for omissions or commissions. For example, to find if a person owns a television, the logical order of the question would be: do you own a television? When did you buy it? What is it make? How much did it cost you? And is its performance satisfactory? Have you ever got it serviced? These are the order of that logical order. Our research topic is suppose on a television. According to that topic, the question logical question should be arranged in the following manner. All right. And the question should be simple to understand. It's language, everything is simple होना चाहिए. The vague words like good, bad, efficient, sufficient, prosperity, rarely, frequently, reasonable, poor, rich, etc. should not be used, since these may be interpreted differently by different persons, and as such might give unreliable and misleading information. Similarly, the use of words having double meaning like price, assets, capital, income, etc. should also be avoided, right? Some of the questions may be double answer हो सकते हैं, right? बट हम जो सोचते हैं बट वो अदर इंडिविजुअल समथिंग अदर विल थिंक. सो क्वेश्चन शुड सिंपल टू अंडरस्टैंड होना चाहिए. क्वेश्चन शुड बी comprehensive and easily answerable. Questions should be designed in such a way that they are readily comprehensible and easy to answer for the respondents. They should not be tedious, nor should they tax the respondent's memory. At the same time, questions involving mathematical calculations like percentage, ratios, etc. should not be asked. Okay, it's comprehensive and easily answerable होना चाहिए. Questions of personal and sensitive nature should not be asked. And avoid the personal questions, right? That's simply. There are some questions which disturb the respondent, and he or she may be shy or irritated by hearing such a question. Therefore, every effort should be made to avoid such a question. For example, do you cook yourself or your wife cooks? Or do you drink? Such a question will certainly irritate the respondent and thus be avoided at any cost. If unavoidable, then highest amount of politeness should be used. Okay, and what are the type of questions? Under this head, the questions in the questionnaire may be classified as follows. One is shut questions. What is shut questions? Shut questions are those where possible answers are suggested by the framers of the questionnaire and the respondent is required to tick one of them. Okay, and shut questions can further be divided into the following forms. One is simple alternate question and one is multiple choice questions. And simple alternate question is, in this type of questions the respondent has to choose from the two clear cut alternatives like a yes or no question, right or wrong question, etc. Such a question are also called as a dichotomous question. This is technique can be applied with elegance to situation where two clear cut alternatives exist. And second one is multiple choice question. This all you know in your lifetime you also doing some questionnaires like so what is this simple alternative yes or no questions and what is multiple choice questions. Many time it become difficult to define a clear cut alternative, and accordingly in such a situation additional answers between yes or no like do not know, no opinion, occasionally, casually, seldom, etc. are added. Okay, and next one is leading question should be avoided. Questions like why do you use a particular type of car, say Maruti car, should preferably be framed into two questions, right? And so avoid that questions. And cross checks. The questionnaire should be so designed as to provide an internal check on the accuracy of the information supplied by the respondent by including some connected questions, at least with respect to matter which are fundamental to the inquiry. It would be practical in every sense to try out the questionnaire on a small scale before using it for the given inquiry on a large scale. This has been found extremely useful in practice. The given questionnaire can be improved or modified in the light of the drawback, shortcoming, and problem faced by the investigator in the pretest. So हमेशा हमारा what's the aim? We need to find out our research topic, right? So accordingly you just prepare the questionnaire, and question must be simple and understandable होना चाहिए, and don't knock their personal life also. So be careful about these all things. But in the finally we need to get the answer of our research topic, accordingly our hypothesis. That's the aim of this. Okay, so hope you understood all the things, what is hypothesis, characteristics and nature of questionnaires, etc. If you have any doubts, please comment it on, and if you not subscribe till our channel, please subscribe it, and like, if you like the video, please like it. Okay. And thank you. If you get a notification, then just press the bell icon also, you will get all the notification of our videos also. So thank you. Bye bye.